Oof, it's time. It's time to build a keyboard. I can't even reach my other keyboard. Oh, hey Zekin. What up, what up? Thanks, Pudsey. 11 months in a row, my dude. That's the good stuff. Whew. Here it is. Here's the side of the box. Let's see. What do I need to do? I need to put some music on, and then I can let people trickle in for a cool second, and then we can start. That's gonna be the game plan for tonight. Got a fun build ahead. I guess I'll just hopefully music isn't too loud. Just makes it so good. Time to build an Alice. Oh, Rage Nation, what up, what up? Zach is still waiting for invoice. Yeah, apparently, still waiting for quite a few invoices. Hey, Captain Schwal, long time no see. You got yours today as well. Awesome, awesome. Looks like a lot of people are getting their TGRs. Well, actually, not a lot, but like 25% is out for sure. Over 60% shipped. So, I mean, 60% invoiced. It's 25% shipped. So, it looks like it's doing a pretty good for everything we got going on. I'll be doing a whole unboxing. All I've done is I've taken out the shipping labels. That's all I've done so far. All I've done is taken out the shipping labels. So, you guys will be here with me on my unboxing adventure. So Quantric, you'll find out what color very soon. It'll be a very exciting time for us to all figure out together. So hope we're all ready. Sorry I can't zoom out more, like my camera's pretty close. And this is 1455, so I mean like this is all I can do. So hopefully I'm happy that your living session is not boring anymore. I'm pretty excited. I've already prepared my switches. I'll get to that in a second, but yeah, I'm excited. This is the TGR Alice, and inside this TGR Alice, I will be building it with 63.5 gram lubed ergo clears that are also filmed with polycarb films. The lube I used was VPF 1514. So yeah, let's get to it. There we go. Okay, we are met with a foam where it looks like a TGR Alice could fit, so that's a good sign. Probably had extra foam inserts. Are we ready? I bet you it's underneath. This is honestly the first time I've opened this. As you guys saw, I did remove the tape right there. You guys ready? I don't know if I'm ready. Like, this is oh, I know for only foam. That would be a quite the stream. Oof. Oof. Loving the view in the top right cam. Thank you. It's just like I have a little side cam. It'll be more, the top right view will be more useful once I'm getting to it. Okay, you ready? Ready? I see it. I see it. I can peek it, guys. You guys ready? Here she is. So I'm gonna take off this, which has the keyboard. We'll see what's underneath. Sorry, I need to take it off the table so I can get my fingers around it. Okay, so it's one big piece of foam that comes together like this. The rest of it is just empty box. You guys can see my bottom right cam, bottom left cam. Nothing. Throw that over there. So take this out here. This is it. There's it. The back with the weights. The PCB's inside. Let's check. Is there anything about this that reason that these are blown together? Nope. These are just two layers like this. So yeah, cool. This is it. Are you ready? Hey Heine, yo. Let's get to this. So Quantric, hopefully you got your answer on the color of my Alice. Show the seam. It's very visible in person, actually. Probably not as you can definitely see the seam. I mean, it's really thin, but you can just see it because of the change. There you go. Final verdict on Alice. Where's the review vid? Okay, guys. Before I get building, let's do one of the traditions I always do. So, everyone in chat, how much? For those who might not already know, if you don't know, I'd like you guys in chat. Tell me how much you do think it weighs, and you can tell me in metric or imperial. I'll give you guys both measurements. Tell me, guys, how much do you think? How much do you think this weighs? That's what I want to hear from all y'all. How much does this weigh? Nathan Kim says 7 pounds. Pudsey says 2 kilograms even. Heinebush is saying 4.3. We got 6.5 pounds. 6.5 pounds. 3 kilograms. 6.5 pounds. 3 kilograms, 3.08, 350. Okay. So here's my scale. You guys should be able to, if I tear that, you guys will be able to read it. Brian says 4 pounds 4 ounces, so it's on pounds ounce, so you guys can actually read that. Nice. The light isn't blinding at this time. Okay. This is just case as is with PCB and an extra negligible piece of foam. We are at 4 pounds 13.1 ounces, or 2.186 kilograms. So yeah, that's where we are unbuilt. 4 pounds 13.1 ounces. So good. Well, there was a rattle I heard when I put that down. So cool thing. Notes. Indicator LEDs. I'll probably put it on this board just because it's cool. TGR logo, the classic. Let's look at the logo on the back. It just says Alice, very plainly. It's not engraved too deep. We have R01, most likely round 1 here. And we have TGR. Like, this is like a really subtle. Like, it's really nice that I have this bright light that shines directly on it so you guys can see it a bit better. But this is super subtle. I love it. So we got 4 rubber bump-ons. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd honestly consider putting a front lip one. Unnecessary though. These look like 2.5s. I will check that in a moment. These look like 3s. So it's here. Looking around it, here's a let's see if I can focus this on you guys. There's the side seam. We got the USB mini port. How much of the seam can you feel? I can feel it. I mean, it's feelable. It's not. It's less feelable on the sides. In the sides, the seam definitely hides a lot better than the front. I mean, than the back, to be honest. Yeah. So I'm not sure it's supposed to be two-tone. I don't think so, but you know, it's how it is. So let's get ready to build this up. Buttercup. Oops, did not mean to take a picture, but I mean. It looks more two-tone than, because of the light, it's not as two-tone. Like, here's a better one where it's slightly out of focus. It's a lot less two-tone in person. There's this very slight difference, I can tell, but it's not as bad in person than like that up-close one. But there's a slight difference. And I'll take another really nice picture, just 'cause I can. Bam. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's get ready to take this apart. So, the obvious, you know, anodization quality rating. Pretty good. Not the best, but pretty good. Pretty good. It is pretty good. They use very fine media to blast this with, so it doesn't have a grainy feel. It's really smooth. Which is nice. There's like no obvious like super deep pitting or anything crazy like that. So I'll need one of these. Just in case, I'll get both the long bits and the iFixit in case there are sizes I don't have, which I probably won't because probably has 2.5s on the bottom. Fortunately, this is not a gloves kind of build, I don't think, so I won't be needing those yet, if ever. Yeah, are we gonna get to it? Am I missing something? I'm missing something. Okay, Yoro. Let's gonna move this straight down on my desk and get to it. I'm gonna bust out the 3 right away. It is a 3, not 2.5. Okay. There's just 3. No, it's a 2. Never mind. This is a 2. This is a H2. 2 hex. SMH not using magnetic screws. Like, I paid how much for this? And he gave and fork over the extra cents for magnetized screws, or screws that are at least, you know, contain metals in the coating that will allow a magnetic bit to grab them. Like, what? Of course, there goes all my screws. So here's how the seam goes apart, which is pretty decent, to be honest. Pretty decent. Honestly, hate not having magnetic screws. HHKB Tofu did not have magnetic screws either, and super deep holes. These holes aren't super deep, actually. These holes aren't. Even the back ones. They have some depth, but most people should be able to get their bits out. Get them out their bits. No worries, assuming you have the right size. And Faza, thank you for 3 months in a row with that Twitch Prime. Yep. So here's the bottom. Very Very simple. Got the two inside where these screws on the outside for the weight screw in. Itchy, thank you so much. 3 months in a row of that sub. So, you just get smart. I got a piece of foam on the top and bottom protecting the vacuum controller on one side. I'm protecting the plate from itself, from the excuse me. Oof. And the other side from the PCB. So here's the almost this really cool shaped PCB. Like, whoa, look at all those traces. It looks really cool. Looks really cool. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is, oof, you can see how this go. Oof. Yeah, this is the Alice, inspired by the LZ Ergo. It does have some differences from LZ Ergo. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Oh, sorry, Puzzy, you're right. EM7, not LZ Ergo. RIP. It's okay, guys. Puzzy, right? Except when he's not. What up, Invisibility? Hello, nice to see you join. Just to say, even if it's just to say hello. Here is the Alice. It's a good time. It's a good looking board, if I gotta be perfectly honest. So I'll put the bottom parts. I feel like wherever I put the board, I'm not using it. I just have to like put it in this display forever. Sorry if I hit the mic really loudly right there. So let's look at the stab situation, okay? I will need a stabilizer for this split spacebar, this split spacebar, the enter, the backspace, and this shift. So let's get to the stab life first, and then after the stab life, we'll get to putting the switches in. I'll talk a little bit about the switches. So fortunately, this just uses 2U stabs, and I think I already have 4 of them prepped for this build as well. So you guys won't have to worry about me. You guys don't have to worry about me lubing stabs this stream. Just double checking to make sure that they aren't over lubed or under lubed for my personal preferences. So let me just check them. 1. That one's not. That one needs work. That one needs work if I use those. This one's good. This one's good. Oh, this one needs work. Medium probably needs work. Okay. I have enough stabs out. Zekin, you want to build an Alice too? Yeah, it's a good build music, right? So I have 3 that I am pretty confident on. I'll just install them, double check them, work on them if I need be. Pudsey is actually correct. This is music is mine. That's just music is mine. I like the nice just TGR logo front and you know right under the thing. The thing. What kind of keycap's gonna go on this build? We'll see. You know, we will see. when you see a good pitch, you will swing. That's the right attitude. I like it. JTK talks it. Oof. No, I need more loop in this. I guess you guys will have to see me loop stabs. Will this keyboard win the Huey's coveted set of the year? I mean, not set, keyboard of the year award after I build it? What do you guys think? Vote now. Tell me if you think this deserves my keyboard of the year. Just kidding. We'll have to see after I build it how it all turns out. What sets do I have loose? You guys will see. We'll get there. Don't worry, Invisible. We'll get there. We will. FR87 will win it. Well, I mean, for me, I consider my keyboard year from Top Clack anniversary to anniversary. So unless the FR87 arrives before the 23rd, lol. E6 V2. Ooh, pretty good. Pretty good. Mira, also Mira's in there. And Pro, come on, visibility. Has to be at least the and Pro 2 since they added USB-C, my dude. Come on, modern year, current year. Oof, dropped an insert. Feels bad. Shit, where'd that insert go, though? Damn it. Huey problems. It's okay, guys. I'm a quote-unquote professional. Quote-unquote is used quite heavily. Yeah, screw it. I'll look for it later. I have enough stabs in the table to finish it. I didn't wait for you guys. Yes, because I couldn't come to New York to build it with you guys. I apologize. I'm not able to build it with y'all in Ice V2. Girl, I don't even think that the Ice V2 switches will fit in the Alice housings since my my 910 plate was tight enough as it was. Like my 910 was tight with Gatorons. Like what? Ice V2 SA Lime? No. Let's be just a little bit more realistic than that. Hey, I could just pull the full MT3 on you. What up, White Ren? Howdy, howdy, howdy. No, the switches I have prepared for this, I've had for quite a while. I think I've been sitting on these switches for 3 months now, at least 3 months. And I just finished like prepping the switches last night by lubing them and filming them. You know, amateur films. Nothing too hardcore and intense. I should probably move my hands down. I think for me the most difficult part about this keyboard is the fact that I don't use my right thumb at all when I type. Like, at all. I also hope if I knew how to install stabs correctly. You know what I'm saying? Crazy thing. Stabs, please. There we go. In before blank layout. You know, Olivia, you've seen enough of my streams to know that's a full possibility. You know it. Plate is coming tomorrow. Cool. You guys don't need tracking when you have the Olivia notification monitor, where Olivia will tell you randomly you should be expecting a package and then not give you any tracking until apparently the day before. That's the power of the Olivia notification system. That is... Gotta remagnetize your bits every now and then, everyone. See? Makes your life easier, if you do. I feel like if I lived like in the East Coast around New York, the Olivia notification system would be like, "Oh hey, are you ready to spend $200 on drinking? Because that's tonight." I'm like, "Oh, okay then." Or it'd be like, "Do you have caviar? Well, now we must get caviar." Because it's a thing people do in the East Coast. No washers? This one isn't near anything, like, at all. So... a brick through your window with a note that says "Pay up," followed by Pudsey at the wrong time. That's literally what it is. How is this one? Let's find out. I think this one's actually pretty good. Oops. I should probably check out the Alice layout because I have two options for my left thumb and the key to the right of it. So I'm gonna pull up the thread right now. And shit! And close the music. My bad, guys. Where was I? I was listening to... What song was I listening to? I was listening to... This song? Yes. There we go. I can do this right. Is that screwdriver worth it or just a meme? Hard to say. For me, if I didn't have it, but now that I know about it, I would buy it. I did not buy this screwdriver. This was a wonderful, wonderful birthday, Christmas present for me. But now that I know it and now that I've used it for months and months on end, if I just lost this or somehow it got broken or destroyed, I would buy a new. I would replace it. So, for me, no. For a lot of people, I would understand why people wouldn't want it. But there's other tools I'd want to get first, like a desoldering station if you don't already have one. The Xiaomi one has this like $35. I got that for Brian. Brian says it's meh. And I've used that one when I visited the Impa Club office. I used the Wow Stick. The torque on that is kind of weak. Like you can't really undo. You can't start. For those ones, you like to manually unstart it first and then use it. While for this one, for most screws, I can just from the start. That it has enough torque and RPMs just from the start. Group by. Okay, Alice. Where is a picture for possible supported layouts as per imager? That's one picture. Wait. See, wait, what? Hold on. Sam, please, like, you only, so, according to your picture, there's only one layout option, but according to literally what I'm seeing here, there's two layout options. Yes? No? No, I guess there's only one. You have one here, one slot here, two slots here, two slots here. According to yours, this should be 1.5 to 1.25. Okay. What? Come on. Where's the other? Where's the actual? I don't see. Where's 2 and 2.25? Okay, thank you, Pudsey, for. Okay, I see the other. I found the other picture now. Cool. 2 or 2.25. Yeah, some sets don't have 2.25s. Ah, choices. I'll revisit that one. I'll do this one. I'll revisit that option. Yeah. Because realistically, I would just if I was using I could possibly in the future get a CMYK or RGB choice. So okay, these ones. Oops. Where do I find a list of the list? I'm still compiling that list because I just got like some new things that I won't use today, but I'll use in the future. I got a super useful puller for switches when I pull switches out of plates, because using these stupid rings hurt, and while these are better, they're still not perfect. So now I have a freaking rubberized grip when I pull switches out, and it's narrow so it can fit if it's like at the edge, and oh, leverage, yo, right? So this is the greatest thing for pulling switches out in the world, and it's like $5 on Amazon Prime. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's great. I'll have a list of my goodies soon. Yes, it is an IC puller. Just look up IC puller, the 2 letters IC puller, and you'll find it on Amazon that same one. Amazon Prime, like $5. Would recommend. I've been using the small thing for a while, which is fine. But like at some point I'm like, wait a second, guys, it's $5. Why? I've spent, you know, $120 on a desoldering station. I can spend $5 on an IC puller. Yeah, the long bits are really, really nice for building keyboards. This is the Nanch kit, N-A-N-C-H. It's only missing a 2.5 hex, which is the major downside. But aside from that, all the bits are long, which are really, really nice. And even the screwdriver itself is nice because it's thick. So you won't get your hands hurting from using the small ones where they crimp your fingers small. It's has some, just feels good in your hands. So even if you don't like, you know, use the bits for, I just use the bits for fancy screwdriver. But I got it for the bits, so it was like $22. Yes, and the Nanch, it does extend. How does it get to extend again? I can never do it enough. There we go. So you get the extra length when you gotta go all out. So it looks like I will have to work on these because these don't look as well as I hoped they would. Yeah, these are the ones I use super lube for, which these do have I do feel it still feels a lot smoother because it dried up and left the PTFE, but I want to do a little bit more. Are the bits magnetic? Yes, the bits are magnetic, which is absolutely wonderful. And one thing I recommend getting is a magnetizer, so as they lose magnetivity, you see a little bit of this for a few seconds, and now it's even more magnetic than it was before. So this was also like, you know, $5, and all you do is this. Oof, it's magic. Magnets, how do they work? Brought to you by Huey. Yeah, one of these days I need to have a very comprehensive parts list, because the thing is, like, I was wondering, I was gonna make a video of all of it because I think people find that useful, but I was wondering if I should split it up between like what I also do for my whole stream setup, like why the camera is straightly above, how I do that with my microphone, my light, and everything. Combine it with tools, or just do tools separate. I don't know. I'm figuring it out, guys. I'm figuring it out. But I'll work on some content for y'all. I promise. Yeah, long bits. Oof. There's some boards I really couldn't have opened if I had normal bits. Like when I opened up my KBD pad V2, like you cannot use a normal bit to open this. You have to use some kind of long bit to fit it in. How is everyone's Wednesday? We are halfway through the week, by the way. Hump day, as all the cool kids say. How's everyone's midweek coming along, you know? Are things looking up? Are you guys looking forward to the weekend? Are you guys, you know, happy you're halfway there? Are you still dreading the rest of the week? How's everyone's Wednesday? You know, Wednesday's coming to. Is it Tuesday already? Is it only Tuesday? Shit. Oh, it is Tuesday. I'm sorry, Nebulin. You're right. It's Tuesday. I guess I want it to be Wednesday. I'm wrong. Rip. It's not Wednesday. I'm sorry. Oof. Rip Olivia. How much? What did you have, Olivia? How much did you drink? Yeah, I'm on some next level stuff. Maybe I'm just that much looking forward to tomorrow's awesome keyboard chores, where Mr. Quakums, aka Brian, will be building a Lumina. So that's going to be pretty cool. He's going to be building a Lumina tomorrow, which is going to be awesome. It's the prototype that he'll be getting. I think it's the same color, or basically the same one Nathan had. But I think he'll be building it. So check it out when you get a chance. That's going to be a cool build that Brian's going to be working on. I think these days we're probably going to split up more of the content, where Brian is more of the straight 60% stuff. And I've been trying to branch out and doing other things than 60% stuff, because he quite enjoys that sort of thing. When does he get the NK cream switches? Tomorrow. He's going to be building the Lumina with the NK cream switches, by the way. So yeah, he's going to use them. You guys will hear it from him how they feel, whether they're good, whether they're bad, whether they need improvements in certain areas. I don't know. I'm excited for him. Like, oof, 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 oof. So usually, so you guys know, like when our sponsors have like cool things like those cream switches, you know, usually they'll have, you know, enough for us to have, you know, enough samples for one board. Another prominent reviewer will also have the same amount for one board. I think Nathan might be getting, or someone else might be getting some. I don't know. So I'm not getting any. So basically, what happened was Mike was like, "Hey, who wants to try the cream switches?" And like in under a minute, like I was at work at the time, so like I check every, you know, few minutes. Brian was right away mine. He like instantly called dibs on those creams. I'm like, the man's thirsty for the creams. Give him the creams, Mike. And so that's why Brian's gonna be trying those out, and I hope Brian enjoys those, because I'm looking forward to those as well. So no cream switches from me. I'll be having to wait until the next batch, which I believe will be the production batch for the cream switches, before I get my hands on enough to build a keyboard with. Mike might be sending me like 5 of them, which I might use that to at least maybe catch up on an episode of Which Switch, which hasn't happened in forever ago. I'm sorry. It's just like I'm debating if I should continue Which Switch normally, or if I should have a Which Switch episode that covers the box debacle, the debacle, as you will. So I'm kind of sorry. That's why I put a pause on Which Switch episodes, because a lot of what I wanted to cover was box switches, but a lot of that got scrapped. So it's now like, do I want to just do some other switches, or do I want to cover everything that happened with box switches? Which could be really cool, because that's something I can actually have Mike be involved in with me as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's a thing that, you know, a lot of people in the community may or may not know about. Also, am I streaming this on YouTube live as well? Because supposedly I have that set up, but I never actually checked if it's working. So I actually don't know if this is showing on YouTube on the Top Clack channel, if I even know how to set it up properly. Yes. Cool. Thanks, Olivia. I also don't know if the stream chat is just Twitch, which I'm pretty sure, so I guess I should open up YouTube. Like, I really actually don't know. Because if you guys have been typing in in YouTube and I haven't been seeing it, I'm sorry. 10 watching. Gotta mute myself. Oh, okay, so it's a completely different chat. That's really annoying. I'm so sorry, everyone who is in YouTube. We've got Dewey. Olivia's also there. What else is there? Hi, everyone. Jack, William, Brandon, Yip, Hizika, Cameron, Crowley. So yes, I totally didn't know that they didn't link to my OBS, because my OBS has a separate chat window that pops up the chat, and I thought it would, you know, because I'm sharing it. Yeah, my bad. Everyone on YouTube chat, by the way. I'm just like totally ignoring you guys. I've only been interacting with Twitch chat, but I know now you guys exist. Midweek's doing pretty good. 3D printed gherkin. That's awesome. So as 3D printers become more and more prominent, do you guys believe that more designers, as the prices go down, might consider getting their own 3D printers to print like this prototypes to see if like, hey, what does this geometry actually look like if I blow it up to actual keyboard size, or, you know, 1/4 scale size of my keyboard? Let's put a washer. Let's put a washer for that one. I think it will. With a lot of 3D printers going really low in price, even for like cheaper filament ones, I think for a lot of people it'd be really great if they even print a small, you know, 1/4 size model, just to see like, hey, what does this angle actually look like in my hand? I think that'd be really cool for just prototyping a certain geometry or a certain angle. I think that's cool. And one reason I think that's cool is, you know, in addition to, you know, seeing prototypes for new keyboards, you will see, you know, people's like, you know, 1/4 or 1/8 scale prototypes that they printed and took pictures with, and be like, hey, you know, here's a kind of what it looks like as a super mini scale prototype. You know, hey, help me Kickstarter my my keyboard by buying a 1/16 keychain of my keyboard. Oh god, that's gonna happen, isn't it? Oh god. Watch, someone's gonna start 3D printing like mini HHKBs and selling them as keychains. If that hasn't already happened. 1-to-1 keyboard prototypes are easy enough to do now. What is the pricing involved with that, I wonder? What have I done here? Hey, you know what? Someone makes a 3D printed HHKB keychain, you slap that puppy on a JanSport bag, and you're going straight to the top of RMK. You know, there's gonna be some kind of Pacific Northwest or, you know, East Coast University student with a JanSport with North Face jacket. You know, it's gonna be like a fall season, so it's gonna be, you know, orange leaves in the background. It's gonna be good lighting, like partial clouded, and then they're gonna have the HHKB and it's gonna be focused. You're gonna have the bokeh, you know, and you have that HHKB keychain. So that's gonna be a future front page post. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but it's going to happen now. Your Rogue Jellybean currently printing an MX HHKB board. Very awesome. Kibo.la is their 3D case is legit, over an inch tall at its lowest point, and easily the best sounding board. HHKB layout, awesome as well. Awesome. That's good. That's great to hear. Keyblade already has keychains, you believe? Huh. JanSport is old news. All the cool kids rock Fjallraven? What? Fjallraven? Is this what getting old feels like? Is this what Geo feels all the time? What is Fjallraven? What? Like, I don't carry backpacks anymore? Because that's a lie. Now, when I travel, I do carry a bag. At meetups, you guys may see me with a bag. And I know at meetups, people judge me when I go What's a Herschel backpack? Okay, maybe I'm just like so out of fashion backpacks. I'll show you my backpack later. You guys will hate me, absolutely hate me, for what backpack I use when I actually use a backpack. I know, like. Okay, there's a link. I'll trust you. I'll trust you, Neb. What is this? Okay, it's backpacks. Cool. Budsy, come on, Budsy. Come on, man. Come on. I gotta decide what layout for this thing here. Quality as F outdoor gear and trendy backpack. Spoiler alert, it's Hello Kitty. You know, after I show you what backpack I have, you're gonna wish it was Hello Kitty. You're gonna wish it was Hello Kitty. Pudsy, you going to bed? Thank you so much, buddy, for joining. Figure it out. Yeah, I'll figure out which bottom layout to do. Probably 2U, to be honest. We'll see. We'll see. You have a Patagonia black hole. Oh, I remember those. Those are trendy shops. I saw those all the time when I was in when I lived in SoCal. Yeah. Those are interesting. It's like that outdoorsy look for people who aren't actually outdoorsy. But like earth tones, everyone. Earth tones, right? That's Patagonia? Am I remembering correctly? That's what I remember of it. Earth tones. LL Bean, but you're from Maine. It's just a waterproof backpack in black. I'm so confused. The bag world is intense. Through school, I didn't use a backpack. I used a satchel. Throughout school, so I never like cared much. I just had a leather satchel. I threw my books in there, and that was it. Which I guess is like already really trendy when I think about it, but I never thought anything of it. I'm just like, leather's durable. I look like I had a satchel in high school. Yeah, I was that kid. I was that kid. I did have a satchel in high school. It was very, very useful. Huey was EDC before EDC. SMH didn't throw keyboard in satchel though. Oh, I wasn't into keyboards back when I was in high school. I was into playing guitar and trying to pass my AP classes and you know, awkwardly flirting with people. Well, that was like high school, the epitome of high school Yui. Chairhorn, Fjallraven is so trendy. Your grandpa used to buy us those backpacks. You have one from '89. Oh, that's OG, huh? That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, that's history. Hey, Lump, I'm happy you entered the song contest. That's probably one of the best prizes, you know. Might be some other prizes for runner-ups as well, TBD. But you know, it's always one of the most fun contests for people, regardless of quality, because it can be really creative. Jackets are good. You can't wear in Cali. Yeah, I can wear jackets for like a month per year where I live. So which is funny because I have like 3 jackets. Okay, what layout am I doing? Come on, I gotta think about this. Gotta think about this. Think about this. Do people have winter gear in Cali? Depends where you live, but yes, people do have winter gear in Cali. But it's not like... I don't have, like, rain boots, if that's what you mean. I don't know, like, what do you mean by rain? Like, I don't know, like, I don't need a heavy jacket. I have sweaters. I have, like, some coats. I have a pea coat that I use for, like, 2 weeks per year when it actually gets cold. I don't know. I wore my pea coat in the winter in high school. I don't know. Huey doesn't own Hunter's SMH. Rain boots in winter? I don't know. I live in California. It's the only weather I have is hot and fire or dry. Where I live in California. I don't live where you think people live in California. It's not all beaches or Bay Area. Okay? A big part of California where I live is just miserable desert where it's 100 degrees every day for 4 months straight, which is the current time of my life. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, I need to figure this right now, everyone. What layout am I gonna go for this bottom row? I am thinking of going with you know what? I'll open up the peanut gallery for opinions. I was really literally about to hit like shift tab right here. Oh, lived in Modesto until college. You're not too far from me, buddy. And then the bay, no going back. Yeah, if you went back, you'd melt. God, I don't know what layout I'm gonna do, guys. Let's do 2.25 or 2U. Nathan, those are the two choices right here. Okay, when you get and build yours too, okay, you'll have a choice where this stab will determine if you want to use a 2U or a 2.25. And the reason that's offered, like Pudsey mentioned earlier, is you're already using a 2.25 here. Not all sets come with two 2.25 key keys. So sometimes you'll want to use a 2.25 here, and you can use your numpad 0 for the 2U. So it's like, what do I want to do? I don't know. 2U. SF as someone got more disgusting than 4 years ago. Sounds like SF. That feel in the next meetup might be an SF because reasons. 2U, okay, so it's gonna be this outside one then. I'm doing the 2U. In before the next meetup venue is like literally a mile from Fisherman's Wharf. Oh, Olivia, please, no fancy bathroom. Olivia, I don't think we can't fit enough people, unless I like just charge high, so like not enough people go. And parking is the biggest pain in the world at that location. Okay, let's do this, everyone. Let's get her done, and then put the switches on. Talk with the switches. I've delayed long enough. Wait, where's the second pick? What second pick? for the layout on thread. I don't know, dude. I'm eyeballing it. Okay, if you go to the, where is it? If you go to the interest check on the first picture, he uses 1.5 to 1.25, and on the picture he posts in. Wait, that's confusing. What did I say he used? Did he change it, or is that 1U? Can't see it. I wish he posted like a here's a you know, just file for this, for the layout. Let me look at it again. Let me find if I can find a better picture of the layout options. If you find it, please post it, anyone. Yeah, Berkeley would be pretty cool, but I don't think, so 1.5, 2.25, 1U. That is one option if I use the 2.25. So it'd be 1.5, 2.25, 1U, or it would be, if I believe that's it, because it copies the EM7. And the other one would be 1.5, 2U, 1.25. Yeah, that's how it works. That is in fact how it works. So I'm gonna go with the 2, because just in case I don't have a extra 2.25, that looks Gucci gangin'. Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So let's find this other screw. There it is. Thanks, Anna Rock. In who we would trust, indeed. What switches am I building with tonight? Let's find out when I grab the plates. Oof, that feel when I'm considering doing the Huey method of building and not separating the plate from the top piece. Should I separate them or keep them together? Because I'm a freaking rebel. Oh wait, indicator LEDs. Should I do them, everyone? Yes or no? Maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? Indicator LEDs in the corner. I can do them. If I do them, I have to like choose soon. No, I can do it later, but I guess I'll be responsible. Take the plate out of the bottom. Plus, I'm sure you guys want to see the plate, right? So I'm guessing that big yes was for indicator LEDs. I don't know if that big yes was for me taking the plate out. But I'm going to do that because, yeah, big boy size, 2.5. Do it both. So it is a top-mounted plate for anyone who was curious. Move this a little bit up so you can see a little bit of this action going on. Okay, so question. I don't know if there's a standard order. When there are, I do have RGB LEDs. I got them from Kin because he includes them with the TX60. I never use them in the TX60, so I have an R, a G, and a B. What do I use for numpad, scroll lock, and caps lock? Nathan, did you ever find out the find the picture that I'm talking about for the layouts? Here is the top. Pretty cool. Plates. Traditionally isn't scroll green, caps blue, num red. I don't know what it is traditionally, actually. I'm actually not very familiar with LED colors and how they are. If that's how it is traditionally, man, I'd be super down to do that. Caps should be red. See, the only issue is I don't know which corresponds to which. I assume it should go caps, scroll, num from top to bottom if I used common sense of left to right on the keyboard. So this is how it is. You have holes in the PCB to make sure the screws go through to mount. That's cool. And look, you got a trace that goes around the hole. So that's pretty awesome. So switches I'll be using, which I still have on my mod station because I was fiddling with them these last night. These are 63.5 gram ergo clears that have polycarbonate films in the housings and are lubed with VPF 1514. So on duck boards, it's num, caps, scroll. Can't speak for other boards. Uh-oh, I have no clue. I have no clue. Can someone quick do a Google search for me while I'm doing this to hopefully find this out? Is that the mod station wrecked by a Temu? Yes. Yes, it is. As while I'm doing this, as a quick little let everyone know. Hello, Fam Huang, by the way, over at YouTube. How are you doing? Test it out manually. Yeah, I could. Gosh, why do you have such common sense? Common sense. Okay. All my switches. Unfortunately, not PCB mount, but that's okay because from my experience, TGR plates are tight as sin. Because sinning is tight, possibly? I friggin' close the switch up properly first. Okay, wasn't as tight as the brass plate I had on other builds of mine, but that's good. So I'm just gonna mount some switches in the corners, because it looks like it is tight enough where if I mount them in the corner, they will do it all solid in keeping the plate and PCB together. Just gotta put it close to me so I can double check the alignment of pins. Oh gosh. Okay, that is a tight one. Maybe that first one was just a fluke, and the rest of them are super tight. Or maybe that super tight one was a fluke. I don't know anymore. Okay, now it seems like every other one is like ridiculous. Redonkulous. I'll have to probably do that one later. Damn, that is ridiculous. Okay, I'll just go in order then, because that's the only way I could mount them last time to my 910. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, this is a I'm gonna struggle with this plate. I already know it. Okay. Any tips for tight plates? I'm open to them. You got any? One thing I'm going to do is put gloves on though, so I can squeeze it without stabbing myself, because surprisingly it's useful. Plate lube. Lube the oof. Is that the new next level strategy I need to adopt next? Directly sand every single switch. Yeah. While I do have the tools to do that, I don't know if I have the will to actually do that because you'd be asking a lot out of me to do that. Kind of like this plate's asking a lot out of me to fit these switches in. Oh my goodness. Samwise Gamgee, why? Why would you do this to people? Like, ow! Is this Wodan stream? If I knew enough foreign language, it could be. Is there any switches I can put in that, like... Yes, like that one wasn't that bad to put in. But you know, I bet this one's gonna be, because... See, this one wasn't too bad either. But this one is like, nah, Huey. Maybe it's just like completely random. Nope. Try putting a Temu Ice V2. Oof. So okay, that one fit in. So maybe it was just that switch was having issues. You know, that switch was like having an off day. That switch was upset. You know what? I'm gonna blame these films because I have nothing else to blame right now. So instead of putting them haphazardly to give the plate support, looks like because the plate is so tight, it gives itself support, and so I need to do it in order because if I put some in the middle, it'll be harder to make sure they clip all the way in certain areas. So I'll be doing this methodically. I think this is gonna turn out well. I think this will turn out well. You know, some of these are going in easier now, so maybe it was that one problem switch. You know. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I just jinxed myself. Oh, I did jinx myself. Okay. Maybe Sam just has super high hand strength. Apparently I need to figure out what kind of hand stretches and exercises he does, because these certainly aren't what I would consider easy by any stretch. Yutsuki, is that you? Howdy, howdy. He's here. Hello, hello, hello. I'm building a keyboard. What switches are these? These are ergo clears with 63.5 gram springs from Sprit that have polycarbonate films, and are lubed with Krytox VPF 1514. Indicators are a numlock, caps lock, scroll lock from top to bottom. Okay, thank you. What colors should I put for the LEDs? That's why I asked everyone. I'm not sure what colors are normally used there. Join date August 14th. Maybe he made a Twitch account to watch me. I don't know. White LEDs. I don't have white LEDs. I have 3 LEDs. I have a red one, a green one, and a blue one that I got from my TX60 that I didn't use. So if I use them, PCB mount switches. No, these are just normal plate mounts. Normal plate mount switches. Looks like they're only giving me troubles at the beginning for the few over here, but now looks like it's okay. They're going in okay now. Oh, my music stopped. I should probably resume. Put the new music on. Oof, Nathan, your board's coming out soon. Okay, actually, Yusuke, I probably still ask you before I get too deep into this. Making sure the left position is for 2U. Left position 2U, right position 2.25 is my guess, because it'd be 1.5 to 1.25. Otherwise, if it was larger, that would be the 1. That's what I believe. That's what my simple geometry tells me. I'm looking forward to this. This is gonna be good. You know, I just realized I didn't plan this, but I don't know if you guys saw what other keyboard I have on my desk. The other keyboard on my desk right now is this beautiful keyboard. Yusuke is hopefully familiar looking to you. So I'm currently using. Thank you very much, by the way, for letting me join in on that group buy. Lunar Storm, is the plate tight? Yes, it is actually a bit on the tight side. It's not as tight as the 910 plate when I built that. So I'm definitely tackling this much easier than the 910 plate. Your hands are bleeding when you were building your 910 with Zelios. Did you clip off the PCB mount pegs? Because that's what I had to do with my Gatorons to get it to comply. Or did you leave your PCB mount legs on? You left them on? You're an absolute madman. Because I had them on for my Revo Whites, and like I thought it was just, I didn't want to deal with it. So those yeah. 2 rows done. Now we're on the middle row. Oh, there's 3 keys on the side. Stepped or non-stepped caps lock. JK, stepped caps lock is the way to go. Carefully unbending pin. I need to clean these gloves. These are like full of like soldered junk. That's why they look like brown and kind of icky. If I was perfectly honest. These switches are feeling amazing though as I am putting them in these plate. See, so this is definitely not as tight as the 910. That I'm going more and more through this because while some are tough, I'm honestly I would not say I'm struggling anymore. I'm really excited to use this board. It's been a while since I've used a good ergo board, I would say. I do have the VEA acrylic clone from Taobao behind me. I do like that board. I haven't used it that much, which is funny because I've like the most impossible combination when you think about it, because POM keycaps are going to be really, really tight, and I have box keycaps which are, you know, too big, right? Does POM crack? I don't know. It's supposed to be extra tight, so you'd think it should have a higher propensity to. But maybe because of the density, it survives it and can survive that stretch. That's a story for another day. We are getting into this Alice, and I'm over halfway done now. Because that bottom row is very scarce on keycaps. Gotta be careful with ones like this. Not sure that pin got bent like that, just in case it's gonna. So where around the world are you guys watching today? So I do have mostly US people watching, and possibly Yutsuki still, possibly Sam still. Switch is stubborn. I have extra switches, I can spare it for now. Pico ergo board is about to desolder the Katana 60. Why are you desoldering that? Chairhorn over in Australia. Same with the Mr. Rogue Jellybean. We got East Coast. We got Canada. That's awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I really love how this hobby is so global. You know, as small of a niche hobby this really is. It's just really cool how global it is. Despite the fact, you know, you may be, you know, one of possibly not many people in your region who enjoys keyboards, and that's kind of, you know, forced everyone to go online, because I think I would easily say, you know, 99% of people who discover this hobby discover so online, which means basically, you know, you have to socialize with other people in this hobby online, and because of that, that, you know, is almost like a futuristic hobby, right? Because we all basically, for the most part, other than meetups, you know, communicate online. And the global connectivity is absolutely amazing. That allows me to get a keyboard that was designed in Korea over here in California, and I think that's one of the most amazing things. Now, it only feels easy to get good Korean food here. bending the pins, make sure they are aligned appropriately. Huh. The switch to being stubborn. There we go. You know, sometimes I like doing like my own like kind of, you know, like own speculative design. Like for example, look at this PCB, right? You have this top part where you can obviously the plate was cut out to fit, and of course, you know, there's a piece of the case that goes up top to meet that curve. But of course, on the bottom you don't need that because the bottom's flat. So for the PCB, you know that he has to go up here for the maximum, and then the port has to be somewhere. Would have been easier for Sam when he designed the PCB to make cuts here and here into the PCB until they go back up to the port, so he wouldn't need these holes. Like, could he have gotten away with making these top traces elsewhere, or is it cheaper to do it this way, or is it more logical to do it this way? Interesting things. Like, I'm not really like, you know, engineer or PCB designer, so I don't know. Well, but I at work I do a lot of cost calculation stuff every now and then, so I think about those kind of things. It makes me wonder, you know, was it done because it was easier to manufacture? Was it because the other way was just way more expensive, or reasonably so, or X, Y, or Z? Grove, good morning. Okay, oh yeah, sorry. I'm missing all the YouTube comments. Strong Chad, how much do I spend on keyboards a year? A lot. Gear over mirror, lute, and guitar. You might be the same in Twitch, not sure. From Norway. Oof. That is Norwegian. That's pretty long ways away. What time is it in Norway right now? Is it? It's like super early morning, like 2 a.m. Maybe my time zones are all whack. I don't know what time it is over there. What time is it in Norway right now? Maybe it's like in the morning. Maybe it's in the afternoon. I'm not sure. 6 a.m. So you are an early riser. Last row, everyone. And then we can get to the soldering. Almost 7. They are 9 hours off from PST. Not too bad. Last few switches, and then we can get to hopefully what will be the quick portion, which is soldering. I will need to check sizing on that bottom row later, but I'm pretty sure I will have it right if I do it like this. Last switch to put in. Almost there. Oof. You can see the pins right there. And it goes in and it snaps in. There we go. Fully mounted plate. Just double check, make sure everything is mounted fully in by just pushing down. Okay, perfect. Let's get soldering. Get these gloves off. And time to get my soldering stuff out. I don't know about you guys, but I know for me it's a struggle a lot of times when I build and stream, because I stream on a Wednesday. Not everyone can stay up, watch things on Wednesday, or are as available to watch streams on Wednesdays. Like, I'm pretty sure we can all reasonably agree it would technically be better for Top Clack if I waited for like a Friday or the weekends. But like, how can I wait when I have a keyboard like this to build tonight? Oh, it's Tuesday. Yeah, that's right. It's Tuesday. It's not Wednesday yet. It's Tuesday. But you know what I mean, right? Like it's early in the week. I'm building the keyboard. Like, this is like a late week kind of thing. I did it again. I don't know. I guess I want to keep going forward ahead in time. I just love the future that much, guys. But I mean, you guys know what I mean. Like, if I built this later in the week, on a Thursday after Top Clack, or a Friday, I would get more views, and that's like an honest truth. But I'm just like, I just get so excited. I just gotta build it. Hopefully enough people do watch the VODs, but that's okay. I do this because I love it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You wait because you're forced to and you don't have switches prepped. It's okay though. You're gonna be if yours sends out soon. You're probably gonna get it like on the weekend. Like, I bet you're gonna get it on Saturday morning, and then you're gonna like get all those Saturday views, because that's what Nathan Kim was all about. That optimization. You got your tofu in, built it before even starting the WoW expansion. Well, I mean, how else are you gonna start the WoW expansion than with a new keyboard? Like, I don't. That makes the most sense. And watching make keyboards make you want to buy parts, but your wallet is potato. Oof, yeah, it's tough sometimes. You just gotta wait for the budget to come in, because as soon as you have enough, you're gonna be really excited. You're gonna buy it. And then you're gonna be like, oh, I gotta wait now. I gotta wait, and my wallet is empty again. that's like the worst. The best part is like getting the money in your wallet. Doing your research if you haven't done it already. Getting excited over this and that, talking to people. Preparing your build. And then as soon as you hit, the add to cart, checkout button for everything, then suddenly your wallet's back to where it was, and you're just waiting. Either the budget or just get drunk and not tell the oof. Yeah, that's next level plays right there. And then the better board goes in the IC, and the cycle repeat. Yeah, you know it, like the best of us. It's time to get soldering. I did clean my table a little bit, got those extra switches off. Let me get these washers. See, I'm gonna do some cleaning along the way. So once I do finish soldering and I put the whole board back together, there'll be less waiting for you guys. See how thoughtful I am? See how thoughtful I am? I'm trying to make sure when this is done, you guys we'll get to the fun keycap part even faster than usual. You're gonna put a MX lock key in your 60%? Indeed, that'd be a interesting call. Oh, on stream, because I'm right here right now, there's something I need to show you guys, a tool that I've obtained recently that has made my mechanical keyboard life a lot easier. I'll show you after I solder, but it's a tool I will highly recommend. Okay, this is all plugged in. Man, I kind of want to get the newer TS80. The TS80 doesn't heat up as fast, but it runs off USB-C to 3.1, which works with my hub, so I don't have like a long extra cable. Hey, Sina, this is what you missed. This is what you missed, buddy. It's gonna be a fun time. This is the TGR Alice. Just came in today, and here I am building it. So, let's get to it. Thank you everyone, by the way, who is still watching. If you haven't had a chance yet, feel free to check out the Top Clack giveaway 2-year anniversary giveaway and competitions on the website topclack.com, where you'll find more information there, as well as our last VOD. We'll be talking about it a lot more next episode. Ergo clears indeed. 63.5 RAM springs. Because gotta be crazy sometimes. Ow. This light is so close to my head when I need to solder. Like, I need to raise my desk. Here we go. Desk raised. No crack stems from the box royal. Well, that's great to hear. That was a quick desolder. Oh, you only got the caps off so far. Oh, gotta get started one step at a time. Happy that you're also working on keyboard chores alongside me tonight. Always makes it a little bit better when there's at least something, a little something in the background while you work. So, fun facts about this PCB. I don't know if any of you have noticed, but this PCB supports SMD RGB LEDs, which you might think, that's odd. There's no space on the aluminum bottom. Oof. Nathan, it's because you already have smooth jazz. This supports SMD RGB LEDs, which makes me think, will Sam make a polycarb version in the future where these can be taken advantage of? What do you guys think about that? I don't know what to think about that. But hey, you know, those pads are there. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could just, you know, go out right now and find wherever my SMD RGBs are. I do have SMD RGB somewhere on my desk, but don't want to. Your wallet won't let you. Inventory swooping in. Don't know why I skipped a switch. Let's go back to it. Oh, Brandon, you're in YouTube chat. Sorry, it's been a while since you said. I got my house before you did. Hoping ships yours soon. Yeah, I think I was in the first batch of ones shipped out, Brandon. I'm pretty happy about it. Went out well for me. And Cursor Tien, howdy, howdy, howdy. Good to see you in chat, buddy. I'm just super happy mine came here. I can build it up, run across problems because that's my life. Because what's a top Clack stream if I don't have problems to solve? Right? I think half the time when you guys watch me and you're like, oh, it's just Huey. What's gonna go wrong this time? Actually, top Clack, the YouTube stream is actually really behind. How behind is it? I can't tell. Oh, it's not too behind. Okay. Brandon, what color did I get and switches? I got the gray color, and I am using Ergo Clears in this build. Yeah, it seems like quite a few people have been hopping on from YouTube chat to Twitch chat, since I think everyone in stream does see Twitch chat is the one I have shown. Brandon, good to see you. How have you been? Hope you've been doing well. Hope everyone's been doing well, because we got this is a fun board. This is a fun board to work on. Came with your Black Alice. Been doing it good. Been a while since the last meetup. NorCal happening soon. Expect November. Oh man, these venues have been taking forever to get quotes to me. There's like 4 places I'm waiting for quotes on. Once I get these last quotes in, I'll have to look at pricing, and what they can offer me for my budget. And then once I look at all the quotes, like once all quotes come in, it'll only take me a day or two to decide, because one of the biggest restrictions is like money, as you may expect. So once I get all the quotes in, I can just look at the prices and what they offer. I'll be picking that up very, very soon. The meetup will be either November 3rd or November 7th. So those are the 2 days I was looking for. And every single venue said, I'm free the 3rd, or every other venue said, I'm free the 7th. So at this point, the venue I go with, it's already been decided on their part if it's going to be the 3rd or the 7th. Wait, 7th is a Wednesday. Sorry, it's the 3rd and 10th. Nathan is right. 3rd and 7th. Like that's not a number plus 7. 3rd and 10th. Fix up the switch. That's why he kept saying Wednesday. I don't know. Maybe something happened. Maybe important happens on Wednesday. Maybe something important happens tomorrow, and it's subconsciously on my mind. I don't remember actively what it is. Maybe that's it. That sounds crazy. I know I'm a bit of an eccentric, but Okay, moving. I gotta say though, it's really nice symmetry, that microcontroller, almost in the middle, but it is basically unified in the middle area, which is pretty beautiful. I think even the traces on this board look really nice too. Am I allowed to stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time? If Nathan Kim can get away with it, why can't I? I think they relaxed the rules about that because it was a lot of people got upset at YouTube for, like, you know, like for example, I think they like banned Linus for like a day, and he complained and he was like, wait, what? No. And then collectively everyone's like, what? No. Also, yeah, I'm not a partner of Twitch, nor am I like a partner of YouTube. So I'm only an affiliate of Twitch, so I don't think it matters. I don't think. I need to reread my affiliate terms, to be honest, but oof, 2 more rows. See Pango 5. You usually miss the streams. If you actually made it this time, you usually end up watching on YouTube later. Yeah, you know, I hear that quite a bit. I think there's a decent population of Top Clack viewers who are usually only able to catch the VOD, and I'm really thankful for you guys, because I'm really happy you guys, you know, even though you usually can't make a live, I'm really happy that you all can still enjoy the content even after the fact. So it does make me happy that the VOD is still enjoyable, and at least somewhat enjoyable and watchable, even, you know, if the event isn't live anymore. Moving through this, and once we move through this, I will need to test the PCB, which that's always going to be the point of worry, right, guys? If you guys know me and PCBs, something always goes wrong. And that's what we call the hero's journey. There is set schedule for streaming times. It does help a ton for growing. You just hope the PTV works. So do I. So do I. So at the moment, Brian and I don't have a set streaming schedule. After the 2-year anniversary, I'm thinking of setting a set schedule. That's if I can get at least 1, preferably 2 or 3 sponsors for just the stream. It's hard because, you know, I don't always have a keyboard in to work on. And I'm not sure if, you know, if I don't have a keyboard in to work on, if people would want to watch me stream of me, you know, desoldering switches or lubing switches for 2 hours, or, you know, more menial chores. Because usually when I do a build stream, I want to do something definitive, like, hey, I'm going to build this board, or hey, I'm going to desolder this board so I can use these switches in this next board. That's usually how I like to frame most. So sometimes I won't end up having a cumulative thing, but that's usually how I like to theme most of my streams, which is, you know, something comprehensive. I don't want to be like, okay, I'm going to be lubing switches for an hour and a half. Ask me anything for an hour and a half while I lube switches. So that's my main reason I've been apprehensive of setting a set schedule. I don't know, but would you guys be interested in, like, if I did the mundane stuff? Because a lot of the mundane stuff, like, for example, I made all these switches off stream. I didn't stream any of when I made these switches. Is that something you guys would have cared if it was a separate stream of like me lubing or tuning switches if I didn't have a keyboard to build? That's why I'm not sure about whether or not that's quote unquote content. Because I'll be honest. I'll be honest about this. Why it's hard for me sometimes to consider it content is whether the value of that content of a lube stream or a very minor stream that doesn't have much of a conclusion. The value of that content versus the time I would save if I didn't stream it, because I do work faster when I'm not streaming because I don't have to interact with chat. So that's that is something that oftentimes a lot of people do think about, and that's me as well. But maybe it would be Brandon, you had to switch your username, so yeah, that actually would help a lot for a lot of people in chat who may not be familiar with you as Brandon. But a lot of people should know your Instagram. You post quite a bit. You're really active. You get some of the best pics for sure. Cena, you say it would be nice. A lot of people are very ignorant on switch modding and tuning. It might help people. You're right. You definitely have points there, but at the same exact time, like, how much could I really show or demonstrate in a stream to maybe 2 to 3 dozen people watching, compared to Nathan Kim and his Switch Lube video, which is, if not by now, already has thousands and thousands of views, right? Like, that's a better piece of content for Switch tuning. The only quote unquote advantage I might have is people could ask, interact, and be direct with like, hey, what if I did this? And I can maybe directly comment on something instantly, as opposed to, but of course that benefit is lost in the VOD. Right? So like, this is one of the things I struggle a lot as personally in terms of like when I make content. Like, what's the value of I do when I make content? Like, that's why that's why it's hard for me to justify if I did just a stream where I lube switches. Because if you want to learn how to lube switches, watch Nathan Kim's lubing switch guide. If you want to learn how to tune stabilizers, read Brian's guide on the Top Clack website, or Nathan Kim has one as well, I believe, a guide for stabilizers. He does. So like, just tuning switches or doing minor tunings like that, like, I don't know if that's something that's worth showing or demonstrating in a stream. If it's just those things, if it's not a conclusive, I've built a keyboard and along the way I did those. I don't know if I'm making sense. Am I just being like too egotistical about the value of work? I don't know. You guys tell me. This is the perfect. This is stream. This is a back and forth conversation I have with myself, and maybe having third party perspectives of the people who actually watch the content and benefit from it, not just the creator, would be beneficial. Because I know a lot of you guys have asked for it, but now that you guys understand my position on why I haven't strived to do like, oh, I'm gonna stream every single little bit thing I do. Yeah. Okay, Sam, we're gonna find out really shortly if this PCB works. Hopefully, if the key doesn't work, it's an FN key, right? Brandon, you agree? A stream is harder to digest since not everyone catches them. Yep. You're being selfish, but I'm right. I mean, that's why I'm here for your guys' opinions. That's why I've always had this stance about it. Brian's pretty similar on this stance because a lot of people do like it, but at the same exact time, like, it could be viewed as, for a lot of people, boring. I know a lot of people when they do their own keyboard chores, they'll just throw one of the VODs on they haven't watched, and that's not an active thing at that point because it's in a VOD. You're here, you guys are watching, and you guys have the opportunity to either put me in your background or have the opportunity to watch me, and etc. Yes, Man Bear Pig. We're streaming on YouTube. Urtis TS100, super good. It is super duper good. Yes. Sorry, I've been ignoring YouTube chats. I got a different monitor actually. A tutorial video is better with good text notes and timestamps, maybe links to supplies. See, I'm planning on doing a video for like tools, all the tools I use, and that would be like a part of a tutorial series. Let's test this PCB. Who thinks everything's gonna work on the first time? Who does anyone think so? I don't know if everything will work on the first time, and I don't. Do you? Come on. Okay. Thanks for the confidence, Nathan. I appreciate it. It is plugged in. The USB sound made it. So what are these 3 keys? This is a print screen, scroll lock, and pause. So those 3 work. Cool. We got escape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Minus plus backspace. Okay, so I need to reassign this, but this does work. So by default, Sam likes split backspace. I learned that because that's how my 910 was when I got it as well. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Close bracket, open bracket, P01U Y TREWQ tab. I did these 3 keys already. Cool. Let's go back to the other side. Control. Okay, fine. As I said, he likes HHKB layout, so I can reassign it later. A, S, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, semicolon, apostrophe, enter. This is not. Hopefully, this is. If I do this, these are arrows. Yes, HHKB arrows. This is in fact FN. The down corner here. This is a shift. And I just hit sticky keys. Sorry about that sound. Next, we are moving on to question mark greater than less than M N B V B V C X Z shift. We have windows in this corner. Okay, interesting. Alt spacebar. Hopefully this is function if I do this. No, is that not soldered? It's not soldered. Sweet. Spacebar, alt. So everything in control. Everything works except for the one switch I didn't solder. So let's solder this last switch and be done. Yeah, ES100. Oh man, I'm loving this. I'm not gonna lie. Part of my heart like wants to betray and try out its newer, younger, flashier cousin, the TS80, because I can plug it into my USB hub. Nathan, you are right indeed. Unless I solder this one and then it stops working. But hopefully this should be either an FN or a spacebar, if my intuition is correct. See it all the way? See it all the way. There we go. Okay, let's just double check this last switch to make sure I am not crazy. Is this the first Alice build stream in the community? Yeah, same with me. Always one switch. So this is Windows. Okay, so it's not. Well, oh yeah, I was wrong. This is Windows. Interesting Windows position, but cool. So everything is working. Let's put the top on. I'll put the case back together and boot mapper client. Easy peasy. Sweet. Let me grab something to wipe down my desk because I feel all these flux bits on the surface here. What am I gonna wipe this with? This. Yes. Is the yes happy everything works, or yes this is the first stream for this for the Alice? I think it's the first stream for the Alice. I don't remember anyone else who's, well, any of the other prominent streamers streaming this yet. I don't think so, at least. Okay. Here is the top. So note that it is, you know, you see here the holes where the case goes all the way through, but on the outside we have, or these interior positions, which are cut out very nicely, is where the plate goes to the top, as it is a top mount case. And let's make sure this all, there we go, it just slots in like that. Okay, got my screwdriver. Not magnetic. Yusuke, if you're here, I beseech you, I ask you kindly in the future to consider getting using magnetic screws to make life just a little bit easier for us assemblers out there. Let's do opposite corners. Of course, you got the nice and easy with the ES120. Oh wait, guys, I forgot something. Yusuke got the ES121. I'm so jealous. If I didn't have this, I'd get it. Guys, I forgot the indicator LEDs. Hold on. Indicator LEDs are something that I said I would do, so I'm doing them. This is the first keyboard I've ever done indicator LEDs on, by the way. First keyboard I've done indicator LEDs. Okay, so in this, fortunately, I don't need to desolder or take off the plate for the indicator LEDs. Yusuke was smart and he put a cutout. Here's a thing. Take this. I'm not gonna show this off too much. There we go. See? RGNB. I didn't put any. Nope, I didn't use it on my Viper either, even though it'd be great on the Viper. Little tease for y'all. There you go. My TX60 does not live in the TX60 case anymore because this keyboard exists. Okay, Anorak, see you in a minute. Tell the little one to have a wonderful night, and tell the little one that mechanical keyboards are amazing. Acrylic 356 Mini. I wish. No, that's just the E6 one. I have the E6 V2 all brass keyboard. It's really, really heavy, unnecessarily heavy. Okay, it's been a long time since I've done LED work of any kind. The longer leg is the positive. Is that correct? In thinking that? That's how LEDs work, right? Wait, actually, question: Will these LEDs fit? Because these are square and this is circular. I'll take blue out to check. No, they don't really. I can squeeze them in. Longer leg goes in the square hole. Okay, thank you. So these do work if I like squeeze them in. I can push it down. Even. Oh my god. Wait, can I take it out? Oh god. Okay, I need to be decisive on how I set this up then, because I might have already put the blue in for the scroll lock, and that might just be a set thing now. Don't mind me just dropping things on my desk. Okay, I was able to get it out. It's okay, it didn't crack. Oh, sweet. Okay, perfect. Sand the corners of the LED a little. Not a bad idea. Yeah. Let's. I can do that. I can do that. So, Yutsuki, I believe you said, okay, so we got scroll lock up top. In the middle, we have caps lock. And on the bottom, we have num lock. Okay, perfect. A file would also work. So, longer leg in the square hole. Longer leg in the square hole. Okay. I'm going to file these, though. I'm going to file these so they fit a little bit better. Because I want to do this better than I usually do. I know that's not saying much, but I want to strive for something decent for this board. No, it's so num lock, caps lock, scroll lock, num lock on top, caps lock middle, scroll lock bottom. Okay, NCS. That's an easy way to remember. NCS, like NCIS without the I, because I usually don't do LEDs. Oh god, that was bad. Test fit them by bending the pins first just to check for clearance. What do you mean? Like, technically I could probably fit them in. What color should I do though? I have blue. So like, for example, we're saying like put the blue in. Should be the other way. Band. Like saying put the blue in and then like put the PCB on top to just see how it fits as a test fit. Is that what you're talking about? That'd be really annoying. Or do you just mean in general, like, what do you mean by test fit? Oh, okay. Because longer leg in square hole, so it'd be like this, basically. Actually, I guess with that logic, I don't even need it poking in because it clears underneath the plate. So actually, I don't even need to sand it unless I want it like pushed up into the slot, which I guess makes me question. Itsuki, is it designed so these are supposed to sit at the bottom, or are they supposed to go like up and into the case? Because that could make a difference in how it looks. I don't know if there's like there's a purposeful design choice. So since he's here, I can ask him to make sure. This would be the easiest, and this is easily possible. I can do for all of them. But is there file it first and I will know? Right? But I mean, the plate will basically go flush with this, and if the LED is under the plates, it will just go underneath it. If you're too low, I'll get bleed. I don't think I'll get bleed based on how small the holes are, but like file it and put the plate in and then push the LED all the way through the hole. Okay, so it'd be like this, and then I push it in, solder it, clip off the ends. So you're saying, Quantric, like if I did one of these things here, you know, then pushed it in, I can leave it like that. Oh, I can leave it like this. Okay, cool. Okay, I will do that then. But Quantric, what you're saying is basically this, right? And then pushing it in. I will, if Yuchi says I can leave it, I will leave it then. Okay, for real. What colors go with what LEDs? Is there a traditional way, like a retro way, or like a commonly accepted way to do red, green, and blue with num lock, caps lock, scroll lock, or does it not matter? Does anyone know that? I don't know if there's any kind of traditional way, or has it all been random based on whoever does it? Because this is something that like I've never really realized. Is there a history to organization of LED indicators and colors. I don't know. Or am I crazy to even think of, like, should there be a thing? RGB top to bottom. So green is going to be caps lock. RGB. Okay, that means B is going to be on the bottom. See, neutral specifies caps red, num green, scroll blue. So it'd be green, red, blue if I did it that way. Yeah, green, red, blue. If I did Neuro's way. Otherwise, it's RGB. I know RGB. Yeah, I'm gonna do RGB. Sorry, world. I don't know about your norms, but RGB. I'm gonna do RGB. So I don't know why I like disassembled my soldering iron when I still need it. Oh, sorry, I hit my microphone again. So I'll be working down here. So the annoying part is, like, I kind of have to hold it up with one hand while also applying solder and heat at the same time. So what a life. What a life I have to live. Okay. Yeah, traditionally all indicators were one color, but there were some keyboards that had multicolor indicators, but usually they were like really, really plain. Yeah, green is what I usually see. Solder one pin first, but then I still have to like make sure like it's raised. Like even if or do I just do this now, bend this so it stays up because that makes sense, and then solder, huh? Bending things, crazy. No, guys, I bended it like Beckham. That's a thing people still say, right? And go all white. See, I don't have any other LEDs, so I'm just doing what I have. Otherwise, I'd never do it. They say do it with the bend. I can do the bend. It works. Okay, perfect. So that's scroll lock. I can actually test this one. No, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. There we go. So, if this did in fact work, I should be able to plug this in. And then if I push scroll lock, it'll turn blue. Heyo. So it does work. I will bend it straight. Then I'll bend these pins out of the way. And I'll clip them when I'm done. I'll do the other ones first. So that's blue. RG. Green is next. Longer leg in the square hole. Got it. Wrong way. That's gonna go into the case, Huey. That's gonna go into the case. Think aesthetic in use. They are to communicate what the colors mean to you. Do you have feelings about the keys? Will you always think caps and see green? I don't think. I mean, I used to use a lot of vintage boards, so they did use green LEDs for everything. So I think I can adjust a little bit. I think I have some wiggle in my soul. Cut this off. Wait, caps lock wasn't a... Okay, if he has HHKB layout, I still should be able to do caps lock with function tab. So I hit function on one side, tab... That's not tab. What? That's not... Is that not caps? Does Uski not believe in having a caps lock in just anywhere? So I can't actually test out if this works. Well, I'm gonna solder the last one in. I'm just gonna trust myself that I know how to solder these in. I don't use caps lock. I figured so. I figured so. Okay, last ones. Yeah, I can turn on LEDs using bootmapper. You're absolutely correct. Bootmapper clients. Clients. Yep, that works. I can leave them always on if I wanted to. Maybe I will. We'll see. But it works. Sweet. Good idea. I always forget about that. And let's solder the last one, and then I'll clip the legs. Longer leg into the square hole. Keep them always on all the time. You don't think I won't? I will. I absolutely will. Forget them actually indicating anything. I'm usually pretty cognizant on what locks I have on or off. Okay, let's test the last one, and then I can finally put it together. So sorry everyone, this has been taking so long. 2 hours of streaming already. Okay, and I know I have numlock on. That was easy tests. So let me get my clippers, and I'll clip these to size. So actually, I have a question. So different PCB designers have a difference on how they do USB mini orientation. Does it matter to you guys if the larger side is on the top or the bottom? Like, do you guys just always look? Because I know some people get upset because they get used to one way, and then they use a new PCB on a new keyboard, and it's the other way, and they try plugging it in. They think they're crazy, and they go into like, I flipped it 3 times, I flipped it 4 times. Why is it not plugging in like people would with USB A? USB Mini, does that bother you? Depending on how it is, do you not care, or do you care if it's upside down or right side up, however you view? Or does it depend on different factors? Quandrick says it depends on the case design. So actually, could you elaborate? What do you mean by depends on the case? Do you mean like if it's on the bottom versus the top of the PCB, or is there something else for the case itself that changes for you? You said it's easier to design the case is on top for the case if it's on top. Yeah, I've heard the same thing, since you can lay it without it resting on anything. USB logo on the cable should always face up. So I have a USB cable. Oh, I don't have a logo on this, so I can't tell you. Okay. So personally, I always check because I have a lot of different keyboards that do one way or the other. So I don't know very well, to be honest. That might have been a little too much, but it's okay. Cool. Everything's good to go. Personally, you try to keep the board off the seam, but the position of the seam changes depending on the plate mounting style. Keep the connector off the seam, you mean? Oh, interesting. Okay, let's put this together finally. And then we can put keycaps on, which I know you all like to vote and choose on what I should do or what I shouldn't do. Let me make sure all these LEDs are appropriately straight enough for how I'd like them to be positioned for their various use cases. This stream has convinced me to purchase that screwdriver. So this is there is a new replacement. This is the ES120. The newer one is the ES121. You should consider getting that one. That's kind of like the upscale version of this. I got this before that one released. Like I said earlier in the stream, if I lost this, if this broke, or something catastrophic happened to this screwdriver where I couldn't use it anymore and I had to get a new one, I would get the new ES121. So I'll put that out there. But if you're just completely on a budget, but you want something, you know, electric that's decent, ES120 is cheap. There are also other cheaper alternatives that are in the same form factor, like the Xiaomi Wow Stick and a few other companies have theirs. But literally none of them are as good as the ES120 and ES121. Like, this feels nicer in hands, all metal. Like, it's absolutely beautiful, absolutely wonderful. Okay. It's everyone's favorite. Oh. Started this stream once, get me to buy ES120, then it broke, so I changed it for ES121. You won't regret it. I need to change bits. So, always a minor pet peeve you guys know I have is I understand why designers have to do this when they do it, but you guys know I don't like it when there are several different bit sizes across a keyboard. I think it's kind of annoying, but here's what it is. Also, another design question for you guys. Would you guys prefer button head screws like this that have their own countersinking in? Or would you prefer the reverse V-shaped countersunk screws that end up flat on the seam of the keyboard? That's another question I have for everyone here, because a lot of different keyboard designers have their own personal preference when they do the screws. Or does it not matter because it's a screw and I'm just, you know, making a deal out of like nothing? Like, I don't know, alright? Flat, recessed. Oh, Ahab is in chat for YouTube. Yes, this is on YouTube as well at the same time. Recessed button. Interesting, okay. Rage Nation button. What irks you most is Hex 2.5 because Nanch doesn't include it. Yes, I agree. That's literally one of the main reasons I bought the iFixit kit, is so I can have a quality 2.5 bit as well as the most random obscure things in the rare times I would maybe need them. All counterboard socket hex. Oh, man, I love how subtle this weight is, not by its existence, but like the font on it, like no magnetic tip. This is a magnetic tip. These screws are not magnetic. That's the issue. Hey Simone, good to see you. Good to see you. And here's the built-up keyboard. Actually, I'm gonna wipe off some stuff off of it in a second before I show you guys. Make sure it looks really, really nice. You know what I'm saying? Got a little microfiber. Oops. Waiting for your shipping invoice. How long between paying and receiving? So to be honest, actually usually it's in here, so you can ask where yours is or the status of yours. But I'm pretty sure he does have a schedule going for them, between payment and shipping in the batches like he's doing. Mine I believe was like 4 or 5 days. It was really, really, really quick, in my opinion. Maybe less than that, to be honest. Oh. Here it is, everyone. This is my TGR Alice. Oof, pink is going out last. That is a bit unfortunate for anyone who got pink. Let me just a little bit more wiping on this desk here as well. So yeah, I should put some keycaps on this, shouldn't I? Shouldn't I? So I have a few options I can propose to everyone here. While you guys consider options, I'll actually just fix this up in Bootmapper client for myself. You guys probably don't care to see that. Those in hands aren't so nice. A new batch is being made. Hopefully you mean for the pink, not for everyone else's. Quantric for cap head screws. I actually don't have a preference between either, as long as it's well done. As long as it's well done. And I can show you examples of both when it's not well done. But, actually, hold on 1 second. I think Giorgio of all people is calling for me. Okay, I'm back, everyone. So sorry for that. So, what keycaps? What keycaps? I have a few options. I can show you guys my options. Let me show you guys my options while I get some wonderful music playing. I know you guys like seeing my options. You guys, hopefully, sometimes I have pretty good options. Sometimes. KB like Allen Bolt Hex, but for the Allen Bolt Hex, do you like it when they're the bulb style that sits all the way in and hidden, or do you like the countersunk ones where they're flat against the bottom surface? That's the real design question. Okay, keycaps. For this keyboard, I'm also willing to take keycaps off other boards I already have. Countersunk versus counterbore. Thank you. Right terms. GMK SoWare, GMK Cyan, GMK Sky Dolch, GMK Classic Retro, GMK Hydro, GMK 9009, GMK Hyperfuse, GMK Honeywell. No, I don't have enough for that. GMK Muted. GMK TA Royal Alpha. Cap prototype keycaps. GMK Dolch, or your favorite guys, JTK Toxic. Those are all the options. So, Toxic, just kidding. But realistic choices. Dolch, TA Royal Alpha, Honeywell, Muted, Hydro, 9009, Hyperfuse, Classic Retro, oh god, Sky Dolch, Cyan. No one said Cyan. I'm gonna take Cyan out. What do people say? Not muted or not muted? I don't know. Maybe muted. So I'll keep muted. I'll keep muted in. Keep muted in. Honeywell. Thank you guys. I know I have a lot of choices. I don't think anyone wanted SoWare seriously, so no SoWare it looks like. Yupski says 9009, so that's definitely going to be an option. Which means I'm using 9009. GMK Classic Retro is out. Someone did say, I think one or two people did possibly say Hydro, maybe. No one said Sky Dolch, which I actually think is pretty unfortunate. I think Sky Dolch will look nice. No, I'm going to say no to Hyperfuse, because right now I already have a Hyperfuse on my 910. No one said Dolch or TA Alpha. So here are our four choices. 9009, Honeywell, Hydro, Muted. I think these are the most popular 4. You said Sky. But you changed. Say you changed to Muted. So these are the main 4 that I think everyone should be looking at. 9009 with or without accents. I can do either. We got Honeywell, same thing, with or without accents. We got the Muted, and we got the Hydro. So let's see, 3 for Honeywell, 4 for Honeywell. We got a Muted, we got a Hydro, Muted and a Hydro. 2 for 9009, 4112, 4113, 4223. Olivia's being toxic. What else we got here? Another one for 9009. 9009 is looking pretty up there with Honeywell. So I'm gonna say Muted. Fortunately, gonna be Hydro's right now. Hydro's gonna be voted out. No, 3 for Hydro. Man, these 2 are the ones that are looking tough in terms of votes. Or BSP Beige. Oof, I bet you didn't see that one coming. 4 for each. Thank you, Nebulent, for actually going back and counting for me. So 4 for everything except for Muted. So it's not going to be Muted then. So take Muted out. Oh. Actually, I'll ask Yutsuki. Yutsuki, since you're watching to some degree, you know, you designed this board. I want you to have the say on what keycap goes on this first. You said 9009 earlier. I also want to give you the option for Beige, for BSP Beige, since Yutsuki is in chat. He said 9009, but Beige wasn't an option for BSP. 9009. He said it again. Well, I'm going with 9009. I'm going with what the man wants. So, first, I gotta take it off of this board. Okay. Accents or no accents? This is gonna be for everyone, though. Green accents, red accents, or no accents? Green, red, or none? I will not mix the accents. It'll be green, red, or none. Ahab over at YouTube says cat, but no one wanted cat, unfortunately. And by the way, if I do accents, is this going to be escape, enter, and none else? Red accents, red, none. I'm not mixing them. No, red. So it's either red or none is the 2 options, red or none. If I'm doing none, you might as well do BSP Beige. You think that, but IMO, BSP, and BSP, PBT, and GMK ABS have a very, very distinctly different sound and feel between both of them. Like, if you had me to choose between BSP Beige and like classic retro 9009, my choice wouldn't just be like, oh, I'm gonna straight up just always use BSP Beige over the GMK. Usually does have a point also. The 2.75 view on BSP beige is crooked, which it definitely is. It's known as the banana shift. Oh, Tomu's here. It's been a while since I've seen Tomu watching the stream. Hope you're doing well, buddy. SA line. Oof. What's a bigger meme on my channel when I do build streams? SA Lime or JTK Toxic? Yes, the Alice does support split backspace. It does indeed. That's actually the default layout, so when I hit this backspace here, I'm getting pipe. Let me focus this for you guys so it actually looks nice. What's the spec on these switches? These switches are ergo clears with 63.5 gram springs. They have the polycarb films in them, and they're lubed with VPF 1514. Those are the specs on these switches. So they're gonna have a very interesting sound, especially with the with these. Wait a second. There's an extra key. Sprit has the 63.5 gram spring. What am I doing? I bought them because I thought they're the funniest thing in the world. I didn't actually believe they existed, but they do. Wait. Oh, these are both B? Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay, now okay, that's double B. Okay. I'll have to get a keycap for that. What am I doing? This isn't control, that's alt. That's control, there we go. And this is alt GR. Oh yeah, I forgot these are cherry clear, so I actually need to push these in extra hard. Nothing's actually seated properly right now. I honestly probably pretty sure I just use the left one. The 2Bs exist because some people don't type correctly, and you can have the extra one as a function. Print, numlock, pause. To be honest, I'll probably be changing these three keys to be FN2, page up, page down, FN2 home, FN2 end, probably. Okay, now I got all the ones from my main board. Now I need to take everything else out. Oh, I got this here. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. 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 I need to take some things out of this bag. 2B or not 2B? So, a big question. If there are 2Bs, do you think if you had a chance to design the board, if you're in chat, you know, should there be 2 6s if there are 2Bs, for example? Which finger do you hit number 6 with? Because I know people who do it with both. And ask yourself, are you a left-hand 6er or a right-hand 6er? Left hand 666. Left 6er, right 6er. See, because like when it comes to split boards, those are the 2 keys that are most heatedly debated: the 6 and the B key. No, this is 1.25. What am I doing? That is default or 1.25 Windows. I want to keep Windows there though. I'll try it. I'll try it. You know, I will try it for sure. Whether what I change it to in the future, I'm not sure. You left Y, but also left. What's intense? Well, because for me, this is my X, so X. See, Ahab, I'm not here for the sound for these ergo clears. These feel amazing. Use my classic retro B, so I have 2 Bs. Ooh, if that feel when I could. I guess I'm gonna hit this up with a, where is that key? House layout not for you. You can't do the bottom row. Yeah, it's definitely unique. But I mean, it is fully reprogrammable. Let's see. Here's without any X. Use left thumb space. Don't curl your thumb. I usually don't either. Usually I leave it out. So I might actually make this my space bar and make this like a big function. You can't do a full 3U space on the lefts. No, you cannot. Yeah, I'll probably change this to be spacebar, to be honest. Yeah, this is gonna be my spacebar for sure. That's been decided. Good thing I can pre-program it. Let's do that right now. Together. So that is by default right win. So right GUI. Where are you, right GUI? Left GUI. Wait, is it left GUI? Oops, yeah, left GUI. That's gonna be spacebar actually. What else do I need to change? Dash, where there that is, that needs to be backspace. This control needs to be caps lock, and this Windows left GUI, where is it by default? Right here needs to be left control. So let me upload that first. Wait, what? I messed up. Now this is control. So I need to swap these. So that's actually going to be left control, and this is going to be space. Upload. Space. Cool. Control. Caps. Cool. Backspace. Cool. Dash. Where is this at? That needs to be that. Upload. That's correct. I'm going to program my page up, page down. Maybe I should do it on this side. Hold on, first let me just leave my let me first leave my LEDs as always on. For those full R's, G's, and B's. You know what I'm saying? I like it. What am I put here? Let's put this guy here. You know what I'm saying? Put that guy there. It'll be like the correct profile. And I could switch which one I actually where I actually use B. Okay, for now, this is good for I can type on this. I'll move these keycaps far to the side for now. I'll deal with cleaning those later or changing keycaps as I need later. Move my Norba Force out of the way for now. Using the classic retro B would be pretty alpha. Yeah, I could use it, but I might not, just because I might use my classic retro for Yutsuki put numpad end on the black prots. Black prot, what? A group by for B keys. Oof, I like it. Shit. How do I remember how to type? Do I remember how to type, everyone? That is the real question today, because I'm not sure if I do. Not sure if I do. Wrong window, hold on. Typing tests. Bam. Bam. Oof, there we go. Okay, let me just move this out of the way, just so I can move this a bit more in view for y'all. And let's see if I know how to type with this keyboard. Bad. Not bad. That last one was really slow. Ah, what is that, Huey? I need to work on this layout. This layout is interesting. Come on, I don't want to do that passage. Yeah, these are so bad typing tests. Okay. What if I did right space as backspace? I can try it. Something I'd have to get used to because honestly, my right thumb has no muscle memory. No, I'm not using Dvorak. I will say one thing. I know how these switches are supposed to sound. I'm not a big fan of the films I put in them. I think the films I put in them are honestly a detriment to ergo clears. Yeah, that's honestly what I'm thinking now about these switches because I actually use these switches a little bit on a small little mini board. The hot swap PCB I got from the people in the land of tea. Forgot what that board is called. HS60. I have the HS60. I tried those with just like the spring swap lubed without the films at all. And this is the difference with the films. I put the films in, and I'm not a big fan of the films. It seems like the films are what causes that weird. It's like a light tapping kind of sound, but it feels really awkward. To be perfectly honest, like when I had these with without the films, they sounded fine. So honestly, for this one, usually why I say I don't care about sound. Like I could live with the sound, but I would also, because I like this board, put in the work to take them out and take out those films, because I'm going to have to say a hard no on films right now for my big preference. But fortunately, opening switches is really easy. Nathan, you liked Ergo's films. I'm not feeling it. So I do want to show you what made it really easy. So I got this awesome metal tool, and all you do is you line the big nubs with the front and back. Let me focus on it. Right? You just push down, and the top and the spring comes right apart. Bam! That's how easy it is. And I separated so many springs between Overwatch matches yesterday. I do like how these feel, but in terms of sound, I think the films were a detriment to the sound. So, JE in YouTube, yes, this is the gray color for the Alice. Maybe the switches need to break in. You could be right. You know, I'm gonna use this for a little bit more, see if the switches will break in a little bit, and see if it does make changes. Hopefully it does. I hope so. Maybe you're right. Maybe these do need to be broken a little bit more with the films. You know, so the films kind of settle a bit more in case some of them are, you know, slightly off or askew. So we'll see. See, I disagree, Nathan. These didn't make these did not give me a deeper sound. See, Ahab, I can not build this for sound and still complain about sound. I think that's still a perfectly reasonable thing. It's not like if I said I didn't build this computer for the most hardcore of gaming, but I still have a frame stutter. I think that's a reasonable complaint. Reasonable complaint. Your CLS with Ergo Clears filmed. I don't know. I just right now I don't like the films. That's honestly what it is right now. I'm not feeling it. Could definitely type faster if I got used to this a bit more, which I probably will. But we're using this a lot coming up. Ah. Yeah, typing. Does it feel comfortable? Yeah, it feels pretty good. It feels pretty fine to type on. I have no major complaints in terms of comfortability. Yeah, this is the TGR Alice, designed by Yutsuki. This keyboard is, to be honest, really awesome. I'm really happy I got this. I really am. Let me just make, where is that typing test thing? Typing test. Could you game on it? You're gonna try on yours? I will actually try gaming on it this time. After I get off, I'm gonna get on either Overwatch or Ironsight with Brian and the boys. If they're free, and we're gonna get it on with some video games. I will be playing some video games after this, so I think this is gameable. Hold on, I'm pretty sure this is. Okay, if I game on this, I have to use the 0 as spacebar. If I type on this, I have to use the super as spacebar. Fortunately, I have both these as spacebar, so it doesn't change. I think I do, right? Yeah. So that's how I feel about this gaming. Great question though. I have both these as spacebar. If I'm gaming, I'm gonna use the 0 for space. Sorry about that sounds. And if I'm typing, it'll be the super. Thumb has a real use. So one thing I will say is I'm going to try what invisibility said. I'm gonna try to train my left thumb to use either a backspace or an FN on my right thumb. I'm gonna try to take advantage of the fact that I have a split space bar. Hopefully I can make some use of it. It is quite difficult for me to really get into using it, because even for normal typing, you guys probably saw, I only use my left. In gaming, I always use my left. So I gotta train myself when I'm typing to find a use for my right, whether it's to use it instead of backspace or something. I don't know. I guess any last questions before I end the stream for tonight? It's been a nice little over 3 hours with everyone here. This feels really good. Analyzation feels pretty good. I'm liking it a good amount. So I am, overall pretty happy. I do have complaints, but the complaints are like things I can solve by taking the films out, because I know how these sound without the films. Because, like, when I have the films off, it sounds more like when I'm typing like this, where it's, like, deeper hits. But when I, like, type softly with the films, it has this, like, weird sound to it. But I'm gonna trust invisibility and say I'm gonna break them in. I'm gonna break them in for 2 to 4 weeks before I really decide if I'm gonna get rid of the films. And then I will find a reason to train this thumb. Yeah, you're right. I do know how they sound without films in a different board, but still a pretty good idea. Also on a brass plate on just the general idea of the sound, because you can get a general idea of a switch tone in different boards by the general tone of it. It'll make a different sound in every board. Totally right about that. You can get a general feel about the tone. Easy to swap with a desoldering gun. You are absolutely right. So I'm really happy that I have this trusty guy right here to make my life a lot easier if I decide to go that route. Gonna break it in first. Thank you everyone so much for joining me this stream. I hope you've enjoyed. I'll be posting some nice, beautiful pictures of this keyboard in the coming days, I'm sure. So stay tuned. I'd like to remind everyone, Top Clack's 2-year anniversary is coming up. The special 2-year anniversary episode is on the 23rd, where we'll be doing raffles and announcing the prizes for some awesome contests we're running, like the food contest, the caption contest, songwriting contest. You can find out more information on the Top Clack official website. There are awesome prizes for top 1, 2, and 3 places of the competitions. There's a really cool raffle where you can sign up. There's also a little raffle quiz where you can kind of do a little double or nothing, where if you get 3 questions right, you can get 3 extra raffle tickets. But if you get, 2 right and 1 wrong, you're only gonna get 1 ticket. Like 1 mistake counts for missing out on the whole quiz section. Up to you guys how you guys want to fill it out. We got a lot of prizes. Let me show you a little teaser. Okay, a little teaser. This is a box I got. You guys got to check the small screen from Z Frontier. This is full of prizes that we'll be shipping out to winners of various things. Like, this is all just Z Frontier. This box right here. It's pretty sizable. It's pretty heavy. So feel free to check out all the awesome stuff we have going on. Thank you everyone so much for joining me. Top Clack this Thursday. Awesome news. I'm pretty sure we have a guest this Thursday too, which is the first time in a cool minute, which is going to be really, really fun and exciting. So, Top Clack Thursday. Hope to see you guys there, 6 p.m. Pacific. Hope to see you guys in the next build stream. Brian's going to be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow he's going to be building the Lumina. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for Mr. Nathan Kim, who's going to be building his Alice on his stream. Hopefully it's this weekend or whenever it reaches him. So that's going to be really, really fun to watch as well. Check out KB Warriors on Instagram, one of the most followed Instagram for great keyboard pictures on Instagram. If you want to get the occasional picture to cheer your day while you're on Instagram. So, until next time, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful, ever so wonderful Tuesday.